Here's some extra information about what I was thinking about when I wrote this 8-bar melody. As I've described before, I was really looking for 4 2-bar phrases. So that's what I was thinking about as things were going along. I've chosen for this melody for it to be in G major. So G major has 1 sharp and it is an F sharp. So if I was to write out the letter names of G major, G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, there it is, and G. And so I'm really trying to think about just using those notes. So the starts and ends of my phrases, to be able to control the music, I'm thinking about actually 2 points of the scale in particular. The G, we refer to the first point of the scale as the tonic, and the D, we refer to the 5th point of the scale as the dominant. And if we kind of have those focuses, then anything that sounds finished or like you've come home will be based on the notes from the G, the tonic, and anything that sounds like you're away or the music wants to continue will be related to notes from the dominant. So if we think about chords based on the tonic G, if we play one, miss one, play one, miss one, play one, the chord of G, I'll represent with putting it in a box there, is G, B and D. And that means that if I want to start or end a phrase sounding like I'm starting from home, then I need to choose a G, a B or a D in the as my melody pitch. The other note, the dominant, which is based on a D, if we were to do play one, miss one, play one, miss one, and then at the end would be an A, just to carry on the sequence, the 3 notes in the D major chord are D, F sharp and A. So if I want my melody, say at the end of a phrase, to sound unfinished, or like I'm, if you like, still away on holiday and I haven't come home, then I need to choose a D, an F sharp or an A. Let's have a look at what there is in my melody that I've written. So this note here, this is a B, so we start with a note from the G chord, and at the end of the phrase, this note here is an A. You notice that that's from the D major chord above. So the melody's going to sound unfinished, like it wants to carry on at the end of that first phrase. Then at the beginning of the second phrase, I've got another B. And at the end of the second phrase, I want that to sound finished. So I've included a G there. And it doesn't matter that it sounds finished halfway through. It's just how the phrase works. But it's just very important that I've thought about that and I've made that decision. At the beginning of the next phrase, this first note is an A. So that's different to my other phrases because I've started from that away point. And so if I was harmonising this, I may well use a chord 5 at that point. And at the end of that phrase, it's a D, so it still sounds unfinished and wants to carry on. And then the final phrase begins on a B, which is a note from the G major chord, and to make it properly sound finished in G major, I finished there on a G. So that's just a little bit of an insight into how to think about phrases, and particularly how to think about using what we know about the tonic note and the dominant note in any key. Okay.